Welcome, travelers. I'm Josh.
And I'm Lee Wanika. And this is Tabletop Journeys, where we will be your not-so-humble guides on the quest for RPG adventures.
Right. And then we're back around to Tittleson.
Okie dokie. So this is round 3, yeah?
Yeah, I think you should low-key figure this out and take out these crawling claws.
Yeah, for real, yeah.
Really quickly, before my turn ends, I want to move adjacent to Hom and stand next to him.
Okay.
Because he seems to be having a problem.
No, I'm good.
With these hands.
I'm good. They're just annoying. I'm just annoyed by them. I'll attack them. But are they now? I guess they're all over me. So they're technically not flanked now by Mouse, right?
There's no flanking.
I don't know that swarms can be flanked. So
but they may not be flanking in 2025 either. So that's
There hasn't been flanking in D&D since I think 3.5. I don't know if it was in 4th edition or not.
4th edition had bonuses.
Yeah,
for sure.
Or maybe
4th
just
edition had bonuses. Okay. And 2014 had an optional rule that was used at almost every table I've ever played at. Yeah. But specifically 2024 does not have it.
All right.
Also, advantage for flanking is bogus. So
I just want to go ahead and make sure, Mike, that you're cool with the scenario here. Or I'm going to basically be using a glaive to attack. I
mean, you've got it
all over me.
upside down. You're stabbing.
Yeah. I'm just making sure that we're all cool with the narrative on this one. That's cool.
You're trained in these weapons, so you know how to fight in close range with them.
All right. So the first attack is going to be a 21.
That'll hit for sure.
And that'll be 7 points of damage.
Okay.
And so I will bonus action Divine Smite. Okay. So an extra 2d8 damage for an extra 12 points of damage.
Okay. That almost takes them out, but not quite. There's 2 hands left.
Okay, then. Okay. I also have Inspiring Smite, which I'm getting smoked over here, so I can. Let's see. I can only use Inspiring Smite immediately after using Divine Smite, so I'm going to use it now, which will get me only 13 temporary hit points, which is fine. That's better than nothing. Unless Mouse, you don't need any. You haven't taken any damage.
No, I have not. I'm good.
Okay, cool. All right, that's what I figured. Okay, all right. So that's the first attack. Then, so my second attack, I'm just going to attack him again.
Okay.
That's another modified 21.
That'll hit.
This time for 10 points of damage.
That is enough to take them out. So that swarm of crawling claws goes bye-bye.
Rock on.
I'm just going to hide them.
Cool.
Over here so they don't drop out of initiative.
All right. Sweet. So then I am, let's see. I have 40 feet of movement, so I'm sure I can make it over here. Mouse, how are things at the ladder? Just quick question.
They're going to come up soon, but no one is immediately threatening us right now.
Rock on. Okay, so I'm going to hop over here then. I want to keep these guys busy.
I'll man the ladder. Do not worry about that.
10, 20, 30, 5, 40 to go right there. And my steed has a speed of 60. So he basically takes to the air and flies on the other side of these guys. I've used both my attacks. I've used my bonus action. My steed has not used either. So he will use his regular action to attack the zombie first. Almost a natural 20. But instead, that's a 10 to attack the zombie. You're on mute, Mike. Mike, you're on mute.
Sorry, I was saying the zombie is prone, so you do actually get advantage on that.
Okay, cool. Well, then we roll again. That's a 16 this time, so
that hits as well. I mean, the first one hit, but
yeah, fair. Yep.
Fish for that crit.
Yeah, but let's see if zombies take necrotic damage. I suspect probably not. 4 points. 4 points of necrotic damage.
They do actually take necrotic damage.
Okay, cool. All right, sweet.
That's number 5.
All right. Can the steed see the gigantic ogre, the zombie ogre that's over the wall? He
not
flew
from
through
where
the
it's
air.
at.
He flew through the air. Yeah, no, okay.
You probably saw it as he was flying, but from where he's at, I don't think he can see it.
All right.
It's down 30 feet on the ground, and he's up on top of this wall and not close to the edge of the battlement, really.
Okay, that's fine. Is there anything? No, that Wraith is just far enough away. Okay. All right then. Cool. Then that is. Let's see. I think that's my turn. Bonus action. I'm saving my reaction. Burned one of them. I am good.
All right. The swarm of crawling claws are going to swarm their way around Sabe for an 18 to hit.
Wait, Sabe, so where are you right now? Oh, the zombie's on top of you?
They're in your space.
Yeah.
Is that going to hit you, Lubinike? You're muted.
Sorry. Meets it, beats it.
Okay, cool. So that's going to do a heap of damage. Oh, yeah, roll high. That is 24 necrotic damage.
There are fingers in places that you
wish they weren't. You used to have a show like that.
I really have to appreciate the art for the swarm because there's one that's like the fingers are going into the mouth of the person that they're swarming around. It's so grotesque. I love it.
No.
There's no fish hooks. There's no fish hooks. This is not the WWE.
In the nostrils.
That they're the only one that can do anything right now, though. So, Khalith.
All right. Bonus action, lay on hands, the full Monty. So that's 35 hit points back, which means I have 3 damage of the way that works. Then I will use both of my attack actions to attack the Wraith. With
a smart choice.
That is a 18 and a 17.
Those both hit.
Yay! So I will. This is slashing damage. Because of my ability, I rolled a 2. I get to count it as a 3. So that is 5. And then I rolled a 10. So that's 12. So I don't know if it matters, but that's a total of 17 damage. Because I did damage, that takes their movement down 10. And they take an additional 3 points of radiant damage. And then everybody within 10 feet of me takes 3 points of radiant.
Was that the end of your turn then, Mike?
Yes.
Khalith. All right. Sabe, you are up.
So I am going to swing my adamantine warhammer at the swarming clawing hands. If I'm successful hitting, every hit it counts as a critical.
Is that how adamantine works?
Yes. Adamantine armor means I can't take criticals if I were to be wearing that. I'm not. But adamantine weapons are auto crits.
Yep.
As long as you hit them.
Okay. Cool.
And they count, and they're common. which is crazy to me.
That is insanely powerful.
Like that is stupid. Like, why would you not outfit yourself if you're given items in adamantine armor and adamantine weapon?
Adamantine weapons are uncommon, not common.
There's
they
a
are
green
in
one.
fact uncommon.
Oh, I was
just pulling them up to look.
Yep. Okay, you are correct. Aha. All right, that is good to know. And we were.
I'll let you have it though. Still, it's
we were
fine. You guys are getting
one uncommon and
your butts kicked. So
yeah,
speak for yourself. I'm doing fine. I haven't got hit once.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll let you keep it. It's
Technically,
fine.
these hands can't kick anything. They're doing something else much more vile to their butts.
Well,
yeah.
It's like thing, right? They're
all right. So,
Yeah.
all right. So, I will attack. That's going to be a 10 on the hands.
Yeah, that will. Oh nope, they have an AC of 12, so that misses.
All right, and then I will swing again with my second attack. That's going to be a 13.
That will hit.
All right. And that's going to be 12 points of damage. They are going to need a dex save versus 13 because the Warhammer has a push attack. So I'm going to push them 10 feet away from me.
Okay. Dex save, you said?
Yep, 13.
They fail and get pushed 10 feet back.
Okay. I am also going to engage my Divine Smite, which is a bonus action. So 2d8 radiant.
All right. So they get flashed with radiant damage as they're getting flung away.
Yeah. 8 points of radiant damage.
Okay.
And I believe because I hit, or I just need to make sure I'm doing this right now. With my class feature, Channel Divinity, that takes a full action. So no, I will not be able to do that. Okay. So I'm good.
Cool.
All right. And yeah, so that's it.
The zombie in front of you will stand up and make a slam attack at you.
Okay.
And that's not going to hit for a 12.
All right. Now, is he in my space? Or did he be one space over or something like that?
What's that?
Is the zombie like in my space? Because currently he's like sitting on top of it.
Oh, hang on.
Yeah.
Sorry. You were not in that spot on my map. That was weird.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry about that. That's why that was like that. So he's there. He'll stand up and take a slam attack at you, but miss. Let's see. These zombies are going to spend their full movement and a dash action climbing the ladder.
Let's go.
The Wraith is going to life drain. Nope, I dropped my toothpick. Where'd that go? Okay.
How much life drain can you take there, Khalith?
I bonused my life, so I'm almost at full.
Oh no!
Well, that's too bad for you because he just rolled a natural 20.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's 23 there, and it didn't roll crit, so You just took 43 points of life drain damage.
Yikers.
Yeah, that wasn't good, but I'm still up, still around.
Oof.
You know,
Okay.
if we end up getting
Yeah, so-
PK'd, I'm coming after Sergio on this
Yeah,
one.
it's totally jinxed
Let me
us.
just put that on the line. I love you, brother,
Yeah.
but we fighting now.
This is nothing.
Yeah, Khalith, this wraith reaches out and just caresses your face ever so gently. And as he does, you feel so much life drain out of your face and the color and everything as well. And you're like pale as a sheet currently.
Bad touch.
But still hanging in there, I guess. And it's the skeleton's turns. They don't have a zombie to put in there, so they're actually going to take their swords out and slash at. I'm going to kind of step around and get a little closer. Oh, I guess that one gets in the crease. So he will make a dexterity saving throw. 13. I think that succeeds. Lunica, what's your DC?
18.
8. Your DC?
Oh, DC's 13. Sorry.
13. Okay, yeah. So that skeleton succeeds, and they're going to take some short sword attacks at Khalith. That's definitely going to miss with a 7. 10 also going to miss. 9 going to miss. One more. Come on. Oh, they rolled a 7 again.
Dang.
So they pull out their short swords and they're stabbing at you, Khalith, but you're just dodging out of the way, Matrix style.
Yeah.
It is the ogre zombie's turn.
That was an epic string of low rolls.
He is going to step onto the ladder and start coming up it and get to the top at the end of his turn.
It's greasy now, though, isn't it?
Well, not the
Greasy
ladder,
on the
but
ground
the
level.
ground below it.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Mouse, you got some zombies coming up the ladder at you. What you doing?
I do got some zombies, but I have a horsey of my own. I'm going to cast a fine steed. It will be in the form of an elk, and it will be a celestial.
Okay. You have a celestial elk next to you.
And
I don't have an elk character, so you get a horse.
Oh man! And so it is going to. So it can't reach the ogre, can it?
Probably not from there. No,
Right.
It can hit the zombies, but
So it's going to, I guess, just hit the zombie on the right with its otherworldly slam.
okay.
It's a bonus equal to my spell attack, so it's a +5. That's going to be a 12, which I believe hits.
12 will hit a zombie. Yep, for sure.
Heck yeah, brother. And so it is going to do 1d8 points of damage. It's going to do 3 points of damage on this
Okay.
guy. So that is my action to cast the spell. Its action to attack. It also does radiant damage, if that matters. Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay, that is
it's
important.
1d8, so it's 3 plus 2, plus the spell's level, so 5 total radiant damage.
Okay. So
And I don't have much of anything else I can do on my turn. I am going to... I'm just going to stay right there and sort of clang my Morning Star against my shield and tell the zombies to just bring it.
All right, love it. Okay, we are back around to the top of initiative then with Ham.
Alrighty. Can I reach the control? I'd get an attack of opportunity. Never mind. I'll hit the zombie. I'll let Sabe. I'll let him take care of firing the thing. I'll attack the zombie. So
Okay.
I'm gonna just slash out at it with my glaive. That's a 23.
Oh yeah, that'll hit for sure.
Yeah, for sure. For 8 points of damage. Was it slashing? Yeah, just slashing damage. And the other attack is also a 23.
That one misses.
Yeah, right. Yeah. And that was for 12 points of damage. Yeah.
Sorry, another 12 damage?
12 points of damage there. Yep.
Okay, let's see if they can... Nope, that zombie goes down.
Okay. Nice. I like it. I will then... can my steed now see the ogre zombie?
Yes, it is at the top.
Rock on. Cool. So my steed then, so first off, it's going to take his otherworldly slam to attack the hands. Actually, it does necrotic damage, and we figured out last time that the hands don't take necrotic damage, right? Okay, yeah. So I'm not gonna bother rolling that then, because even if he hits, it doesn't matter. But he will, however, use his fell glare, which is I need a wisdom saving throw from the zombie. Which equals again, it's a saving throw of 10. And let me know if he fails. There's nothing that happens if he does not fail.
Rolls a 16.
Cool. So he succeeds, so nothing happens. Fine then.
Okay.
Never mind. Trying to think here. Do I have any bonus actions? Not that. Good. I'm good there. So I will take my movement and just move up and keep these hands from attacking the dude that is firing the catapult.
All right. Yeah, you can definitely catch these hands.
Yep.
It is their turn.
Nice. Well,
and they will swarm you.
I like it. Come at me.
If it will roll when I click on the thing. That's going to fail, though, because they rolled an 8 total.
Oh, I kind of wish that they would hit me so I could set them on fire again.
Yeah, so they swarm at you and scratch at your shins, but your shin guards are strong, and they deal no damage.
Yep. I like
Khalif.
All right, so a couple questions. So I've been hitting these skeletons with radiant damage for a little while. Are they looking anywhere near undead dead?
They are about bloodied, but not quite.
Okay. Secondly, I have seen the skeletons operate the catapult. Is it also a 2-step process like our ballista, or is it, how would I actually want to, if I wanted to fire it?
It is actually a 4-step process, which is why there are 4 of them. So it's like 2 to pull the ballista back, 1 to aim, and then 1 to fire.
Okay. Then I am going to slightly change my tactics. I'm going to pick skeleton, looks like number 3, and I'm going to attack it.
Okay.
Directly with my first attack. That is a 22-ish.
That'll hit.
Max damage. So 14 points of slashing damage.
Okay, that skeleton goes down.
Yay. And then the number 6 there, is that a zombie?
Yes.
And how is that one looking?
That one had not taken any damage.
Okay. Then I will attack.
I haven't been tracking damage for him. I think he maybe should have, but
he's probably taken some radiant from me, but it's only
he should have taken at least 3.
All right. So then I will attack a skeleton number 2 with a 3. So that ain't gonna do nothing.
That'll miss. Yep.
Then I am going to use my. Oh, go ahead.
I was just going to ask, when you hit the first skeleton, did the others also take the 3 radiant damage? Everyone around you?
So that happens at the end of my turn.
Okay.
And if I hit one of them, I can choose to do 3 extra, but I didn't there because I assumed that damage would have killed it. So I just didn't get to use it this turn. And now I'm about to Misty Step the F out of here. So I don't think I get to do my damage because I technically won't be there when my turn is over.
In range. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. So I'm bonus action, Misty and Step 30 feet. 10, 15, 20. Is this guy somebody?
That is a sack full of crawling claws, and they're kind of clawing at the sack, but they haven't broken out of it yet.
Okay. Yeah, I'll still go that way then. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So I reappear here, and I duck down and close my eyes and hope they don't see me. I turn my light off.
Yeah. All right. Kimosabe. I think Ham has been clearing the way for you to fire a ballista, if you should so choose, or catapult, I guess.
Yeah, so I'm going to take the action to load it.
Okay.
And then I'm going to cast my bonus action grease, and I'm going to put it on the ladder, but not so it goes over the top. Like, I don't want to make our lives more dangerous, but I'm going to put it so it's
okay. You just want to grease the ladder and try and slip up this ogre zombie.
Yep, and prevent anything else from coming up the ladder after that.
Well, he rolled a 14, so he does not go down.
Okay, it is still difficult terrain though.
I thought that you'd already taken the action to load the ballista.
I had not.
No, he skipped.
Because I had other things to do, so I have not actually been able to load it until now.
Yep. All right.
You cleared that space, and I don't really have clear shots, and I don't want to move out, so now's the time to load.
Yep.
All right.
And that'll be my turn. That'll be my turn at this point.
It is the zombies' turns. So these two will step up to Mouse, and this one's going to attack your steed. And then 6, 5, 10, 15. Oh, he can get right to you with his 20 feet of movement.
You sound so excited about this.
Not my horse. Not my elk.
All right, so slam attacks. 2 slam attacks coming to Mouse. First, a 13, which I'll probably miss.
Pasha.
Second, that one should hit a 22.
Is that a nat? Is that a crit?
22 total.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Okay. Then you take 5 points of bludgeoning damage. Your elk gets smacked at for a natural 1. Jeez. Okay. And then Khalif. Also a miss for a 9.
Nice.
All right. How much fly speed does this Wraith have? He's got 60 feet of movement. So he's going to get right in your face.
I was afraid that was going to happen.
He says, no running away. Time to die. For a 19?
19 hits.
For 26 necrotic damage.
All right. So I am negative 13.
So you hit 0 and go night-night.
Jeez Louise. Well, you did jump into the middle of this.
I did.
Yeah, but look what he stopped from coming at us, though. I mean,
yeah, he definitely helped out quite a bit. It is the skeletons' turns. They are going to work on loading the catapult. I think this one's going to go over here and pick up the sack and move themselves and the sack back over here to see if they can get here in time, though it's going to be a little precarious for them to fire off that thing. The ogre zombie is going to step. Yeah. Let's see how much space, how much movement do they have? He's got 30 feet, so that's 5, 10 to get out of the difficult terrain and around to the other side of you, Moss. Oh, that's not what I meant to roll. So he's going to do a slam attack at you as well for a 17.
Pish posh.
All right. Smacks against your armor and does not damage you at all. And then it is your turn, Mouse.
I say, oh, were you the runt of the family too? And I swing my Morning Star at this sucker twice. That one's going to miss for a 9. Bleh. 19 for 10 points of radiant damage.
10 points of radiant. All right.
And with my bonus action, having just hit this creature, I'm going to cast a Divine Smite. And I assume this is a zombie ogre, you said?
It is a zombie ogre.
So
ogre zombie, yeah.
It is 3d8 damage. 9 points. Jeez. A 3, a 5, and a 1. Come on now.
9 more damage. All right.
And then my horsey will... how are these zombies looking in front of me?
They're pretty beat up.
Okay.
I think, let's see. Aside from the one that's immediately in front of you, that one hasn't taken any damage, but the number 3 and number 4 are about to keel over.
It goes ahead and does its otherworldly slam on 3. So it is a +5 to a d20. That's an 18 to hit.
That'll hit for sure.
It is going to do 6 points of radiant damage.
Yeah, and because it's radiant damage, that zombie just goes kaput.
Kaputski.
Doesn't even get to save against it. Is that the end of your turn?
That should be the end of my turn, yes.
Okay. Hom.
Alrighty. I am going to let's see. I feel like I've got these carrion crawlers sort of tied up here. But that zombie ogre over there is bad news. So I am going to take my action and cast Guiding Bolt on the ogre zombie. So we'll start there. So ranged spell attack. That'll be a 17.
That'll hit for sure.
Rock on. Okay, cool. And that's going to be 4d6 radiant damage. And then as long as he takes another attack before my next turn, that attack will be made at advantage.
You mean an attack against him will be made at advantage, right?
Correct. Yeah. Oh man. Okay. On 46, I rolled 2 1s, a 2, and a 3. So that's 7 points of radiant damage. And actually, sorry, I 13 points because I cast it at second level, not first level.
Okay. So
13 points of radiant damage. And attacks against it will have advantage before my next turn. So that's my action. Right. I will also cast Magic Weapon with my bonus action. which I probably should have done forever ago. Do you have a weapon?
Back,
do you have a weapon that you can throw up there?
Let me see. Sure.
Yeah.
Where are you putting this?
I will put it. I'm gonna put it right next. Yeah, I'm gonna put it right next to the ogre zombie.
Okay.
Wait, sorry. I was thinking spiritual weapon, not magic weapon. That's not the spell that I wanted to cast.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I was like, is this a new spell that I don't know about?
No. That was a different. I cast a different spell in my head than I actually had on my sheet, so that's not gonna work. All right. So bonus actions. That's all that so I'm good for now. And then my steed will attack the carrion crawlers with a 5 and probably miss. So
That'll miss for sure.
All right. That's my turn.
The swarm of crawling claws is going to swarm at your steed that is trying to stomp on it.
That is really unkind.
Ooh, and they roll poorly, so they get a 6. That's going to miss.
It is.
Right. Khalith. Oh, you are down, so I guess you need a death save.
So I made a death saving throw. I got a 17.
17. Okay, that's one success for you.
Yay! I'm feeling better.
Sabe.
Since I loaded the last time, I'm going to spin this thing and shoot at the ogre that's on the wall.
Okay.
And
so actually,
you're going to fire a ballista into melee?
Oh, it's far enough away to technically hit it. Yeah, sure.
Yep.
It can't fire. It can't target things that are within 30 feet, but that is just over 30 feet. So
sweet. Just a little up. And you said it's
so that's
a D20 plus 5, right?
Plus 5. It's a trebuchet, not a ballista, but
so that's going to be a 10.
That will hit.
Actually, it should be made with advantage because he's glowing. If it's possible,
true.
He
does
possible
have
to crit with that.
If it's possible,
damn,
it is
I got
possible.
10 hits. Oh man, I would have hit. I assumed a 9 missed.
I
Previously.
rolled poorly. I only got a 7.
that
left.
actually would have hit.
Oh damn.
So.
A 7 won't hit.
But the
But it
10
doesn't matter.
did.
The 10 did. So
Yeah, the
All right.
10 hits. So
Right. So with the
so
10,
that is 5d10 bludgeoning damage as you hurl a huge rock at this guy.
1, 2, 3,
Hell
4,
yeah.
5 D10. That is 37 bludgeoning damage.
Dang. Okay.
And is it still upright? Because I think I have a little smite for its happy ass.
With the ballista.
It trebuchet. It is
right.
It is still standing, so you could bonus action smite if
Wait,
you want.
I think that has to be.
Does that have to
No,
be
that
melee?
that does have to be hitting a target with a melee or an unarmed strike. So that won't work. But I have not used my bonus action yet. So with that, I will go. Let's see here. Nope, that won't work. That won't work. That won't work. Hang on. None of those are going to work. That stinks. All right. In that case, let me see what my bonus actions would be. As a bonus action, I can take the dash action, and when I do, I gain 3 temporary hit points.
Okay.
So I will do that, and I will dash let's see. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Yeah, I will dash to that spot. Nope, I'm going to dash to this spot. And that's my actions. I will hold there.
Okay. It is the zombies' turns, so they're going to take some attacks at... No, go away. They're going to take some attacks at Mouse. Got 2 zombies striking at you.
Cool.
For a crit.
Oh, I'm so sorry, but I have adamantine armor, which means I can't be critted against. So I just take normal damage.
Fine.
Nice.
Was not expecting that F word coming from you.
Look, I know what the limits are sometimes. But you, instead of taking crit damage, you'll only take 3 bludgeoning damage from the first zombie. The next one will strike at you, but that's only a 13, so that will miss.
Yep.
The Wraith has decided that enough is enough.
And it's time for a change.
Coward, run away.
Indeed. It is going to fly
It's been a flesh wound.
right in front of you, Liwanika.
Are you awake again, Keyleth?
No.
And make a life drain attack at you.
Yeah, those aren't fun. Just so you
For
know.
a 22 to hit.
Yeah.
Damn.
And you take, he rolled kind of poor damage. You take 15 necrotic damage.
That's
I forgot to mention this earlier, but your hit point maximum is actually decreased by the amount equal to the damage taken as well.
So I would have been even more dead.
Yeah, yeah.
Dude.
Luckily for you, I forgot that. So
Okay.
That is its turn. The skeletons are gonna load that guy there, but they can't fire because they don't have enough people just yet. Right. The ogre zombie is gonna slam Mouse.
Come at me, bro.
For an 18.
That meets.
Meets it beats. So that's 14 bludgeoning damage. You say, come at me, bro, and it does.
That's fine.
Smacks you real good.
That's totally fine.
And it's your turn.
And it's my turn. I say, make haste. And I speak to my elk, whose name is Liwaniko. I said, make haste, Liwaniko. And he uses his dash action to jump, to make its way to the wall, jump over the wall, and then make its way to Khalith.
Okay. So it will take some fall damage.
Okay.
Doesn't yours have a fly speed?
No, only at 4th level.
No. Roll. Stop. I'm gonna re-roll. No. Sorry, the baby snuck in here right next to me. Go. Get out of here.
The baby. It's just the baby.
That will be 12 fall damage to the horse.
Okay, so it has
To the elk, I guess.
25. Okay, that does that, and then it goes over there, and then that says so it's uses its action double movement, and with its bonus action uses healing touch One creature within 5 feet of the steed regains a number of hit points equal to 2d8 plus the spell's level. So 2d8 plus 2.
You doing that to the zombie?
Giving that to the zombie. I am switching. The tide is turning, and I am a winner, baby.
He sees the ways that this is going. The way this is going. All right, that brings us back to Hom.
Still have my turn though.
Yeah.
Still have.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Still have.
So how much health does that give?
2d8 plus 2. Do you want to roll it? You want me to roll it?
You roll it.
I haven't been rolling too well. You get 8
I don't
points.
think any of us have.
I will take 8 points.
Yep. 8
All
points
right,
is better than
and
0
with
points.
with Moss's action, I'm going to swing away Meryl on this ogre with my Morning Star twice. That's a crit. Ooh. How are we doing crit damage?
Oh, actually, he's wearing adamantium armor.
How are we doing crit damage?
He's wearing an adamantium god piece.
Roll twice.
Okay. Did this already roll twice for me? I think it might have. So 12 points of radiant damage. That's with my crit. My piercing crit damage was only 3. Fantastic. And so, oh my gosh, another crit.
I was going to say that was enough to take out the ogre zombie, actually.
Oh, well, then I swing at number 4 for another crit and do 13 points of radiant damage.
Yeah. You killed it exactly. And then 13 to number 4, you said? 1, 2, 3, 4. That one also dies.
Nice.
One-man army.
Really? The 37 didn't help out a little bit?
I got the kill. The notch is going on my helmet, not yours.
All right. Is that the end of your turn then?
And that will.
Any bonus actions?
Yeah, no, I'm not going to do any bonus actions, and I'm good.
Okay, cool. Then now we are actually back around to Hom.
All right, now I'm quite ready to be done with this Wraith dude. He nearly sucked the life out of Keyleth, and it's not Keyleth. What's
Khalith?
There we go.
No, not nearly. He actually did.
He did.
Yeah, he did. Actually, did. He actually did. Yeah,
did.
And my other friend Sabe. So I'm gonna swing around here, and I'm going to attack him. You know what? Hold on. Actually, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna actually break. I'm going to come over here, which is going to trigger the attack of opportunity from the hands, and that's fine. So let's do that.
Hoping for a little reactive.
You are reading. You are picking up what I'm putting down.
Too bad for you. They rolled a natural 1.
Fantastic. Cool. Well, then I will save my reaction for the Wraith. That's fine too. Okay. But I will come over here. I'm going to attack the Wraith with my glaive. That's a 19 to hit.
19 will hit.
Okay. D10 plus 4 is 14.
14 damage. Okay.
And then I am going
The Wraith is now bloodied.
Yeah. I am, as a bonus action, going to... okay. I am going to... Yeah. I'm going to Searing Smite as a bonus action, as a second level spell. So... when I hit the target, it takes an extra 2d6 fire damage. So an extra 9 points of fire damage.
Okay. Is that upcast?
Yeah, because I cast it at a second level.
Okay.
Yep. and the target needs to make a Constitution saving throw. Let's see. At the start of its turn, at the start of every turn, it makes a Constitution saving throw. Sorry, hold on one second. Let me. As I hit the target, it takes extra 2d6 fire damage is the initial damage. At the start of each of its turn until the spell ends, the target takes 1d6 fire damage. Takes 2d6 fire damage, and then makes a Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, the spell continues. So he takes 2d6 now.
Okay,
he will
gotcha.
take 2d6 on his next turn and make a Constitution save. And if he fails that Constitution save, then he takes 2d6 to the next turn. So it's
Okay,
so he
gotcha.
so it's automatically going to be 4. Yeah.
Right.
Yep. Okay. So I've attacked once. I have used my bonus action. Here's my second attack, which is a natural 20. So we're going to go ahead and here we are. My dice are warming up at the right time. And I spoke too soon because that's going to be 2 plus 5 plus 4. So 11 points of slashing damage. Okay. And now my steed. Can my steed, so even though the steed is large, can it move there? Like, even though it's only 5 feet between.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
That's fine.
Yeah, because I guess it can always like run around. Whatever, that's fine. Okay, and it will take its slam attack. Here it is.
Who are you slamming?
The Wraith.
Okay.
Who may not take necrotic damage either, but that's okay. It's a 15 to hit.
He is immune to necrotic, so he hits, but it does no damage.
All right, cool. Well, then that doesn't matter. At least he's blocked off, so he's not going to go anywhere. So,
okay.
All right. Cool. That is going to be my turn.
Great. Then the crawling claws are going to make an attack at your steed.
Yep.
For a 19.
That will hit.
Does 20 damage. 20 necrotic damage.
My steed is unhappy. He's not dead, but he's not happy.
Who would be? All right. That's them. Khalith, you are back up.
I'm back up. I'm back in the fight. Yay. All right. So bonus action, I'm going to cast Misty Step.
Okay.
And put myself on the other side of the steed, between the steed between me and the zombie. And then of these 3 skeletons, which one of the ones has their hand on the trigger? Do I know that?
That would be skeleton number 4.
Number 4. All right. Then I'm going to cast a moonbeam on his face. So con 14 saving throw.
He says, "Save me, Liwaniko."
Yes.
That's a failure. They rolled a 7.
Or whatever sound elks make.
All right. So that is 12 points of radiant damage.
That annihilates that skeleton. Your laser from the moon destroys it.
Yes. And then I give a nice little wave to the Wraith.
Sabe.
All right.
You're face to face with this Wraith.
And we've got a lot going on. So I am going to do what I do best. I am going to swing at it with the adamantine hammer.
All right.
That's going to be a 23 to hit, so that's going to count as a crit.
That will hit, and yeah, I guess that crits.
That's going to be 11. I am going to hit or swing at it with my Morning Star.
Okay.
And I do have the dual wielded 2-weapon fighting feat. which I believe. Actually, I don't think a Morning Star counts as a light weapon. I mean, that may not work.
It is not a light weapon.
Okay, so that won't work. And but I will still swing at it with the Morning Star, which means I do not get my +3 or my strength bonus when I hit with my. Oh shoot, that would be a bonus action in that case. So in that case, let me do it this differently. I think the idea here is we need to hit this thing for as much as we possibly can hit it because we've probably got it on the ropes. So
it is pretty badly hurt.
So I am going to go with Shining Smite. No, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Let me do that differently. I think Divine Smite might actually be more damage, and that's radiant also. So I'm going to go with Divine Smite. And for 3d8. For 3d8 damage. That's going to be 9 points of radiant.
How do you want to do this?
When my Warhammer does an upswing and hits it, it fires off this blast of radiant energy and just sheds light throughout this undead wraith as it just like light explodes from within it, and it just dissipates into almost nothingness and like debris flutters to the ground. And as it flutters around me and the dust clears from this creature, that's how the West was won.
All right. The zombie is going to see its warlord destroyed and try and run away, giving Mouse an opportunity attack.
That is a 12 for 7,
that will hit.
7 radiant damage.
This is the only zombie that has not taken any damage, so it is still standing.
Oh, dang.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That one went down. I need to zero that out. Okay. The zombie here, 5, 10, 15. He can't actually reach you, Khalif, and will attempt to smack you with a slam attack, but fail with an 8. So he hobbles over to you and swings big, but big miss. The skeletons, also sensing that things have turned, are going to turn and flee. Oops, that's not what I wanted to work.
Cowards!
The truth is that it's my bedtime, so. So, and you guys kill the boss of the guys.
I mean,
so.
at a certain point, there are some combats where it's like, okay, it's kind of rudimentary. Let's go ahead and hand wave.
Got a bunch of like CR1 half creatures here on the map. Like that's
yeah. I mean, basically, you guys have a couple of zombies and skeletons left to clean up. So, Mouse, what do you do as this last zombie is fleeing?
I run up toward him and shove him off the wall.
Yeah, give me a athletics check.
Athletics. That is a 23.
Oh yeah. I'll roll for him, but I don't think he can beat that. No, he rolls a natural 1, in fact. So I'm going to say he falls off and lands on his head and crushes his own skull.
Heck yeah, brother. And then Liwaniko will attack zombie 6.
Yep.
As well. And
with a back kick, just like
the mule kick.
Yeah.
For a 17.
That hits for sure.
And that will do 7 points of damage, radiant damage.
Elk on this.
Yeah, that is also enough to take that zombie out. We'll finish things up here with one last round as this swarm of crawling claws gets gang pressed. Hom, what are you doing?
Yeah, I'm gonna go
Press
over.
gank. That's the word I was looking for.
Yeah.
Gang press.
It's close enough.
Dyslexia strikes again.
Yeah, I'm gonna slip on over. I'll like walk past Sabe and be like, I got these, and take my glaive and just start like almost like working out aggression, like beating the thing into the
Like straight rage room style.
You're right, exactly. Yeah, let's see. That's a 20, an 11 to hit the first one.
That will just barely miss, unfortunately.
Are you kidding? That's okay.
They have an AC of 12. They have the highest AC of any of these creatures.
That's okay because
except for the Wraith.
It has graze. I finally get to use it. There you go. If a attack roll misses, you can deal damage to it equal to the ability modifier used to make the attack. The damage is the same. Yeah, so they take 4. Yep. So they take 4. So even though I missed, they take 4 points of damage.
Okay.
Second attack, it's gonna miss again. I think it's a 13.
13 does hit. They have an AC of 12.
All right, cool. Okay, all right. But only 6 points of damage. So, but now that I've hit, are they dead yet?
They are not dead.
Okay,
no.
Cool. Because with my bonus action, then I've got 1 second level spell slot left. So okay. I will. Which of the smites do I want to do? I will do. Let's do. I'll just do regular divine smite. That'll be 3d8 damage. So that's 15 points of radiant. Or is radiant? What is it? Radiant damage. 15 points of radiant damage.
Yeah.
Yep.
That is enough to take those.
Yeah, so I'm basically just like
down,
smashing them into the parapet, just like again, like total like rage room style. Sergio, you nailed it. Like that's like I've got to work out some stuff here. So yeah.
All right,
and that'll be my turn.
They are dead, and I think with that is enough of these guys dead. It looks like that's pretty much everybody, actually. Yeah. So that is the end of combat. You guys survived, if only by the skin of your teeth.
I mean, for real, yeah. Like that was.
I still got 3/4 of my hit points. I don't know what y'all are talking about.
Yeah. Yeah, that was dang. That was Khalith. What was happening with you, brother? Like, I suppose a 43-point life drain will do it to you every time. Like that's
everything was working to plan until that moment.
Until that crit.
Where I'm like, oh, because again, we weren't tracking the life drain properly because I would have been dead.
Yeah.
But because I even waited to use my laying on hands until it would be more useful, but I couldn't have done that otherwise.
Yeah.
Right.
I have no regrets.
Yeah. No.
Well,
you did a very brave, badass thing.
Yeah.
So
it's like they say in a fight. Everyone has a plan.
All that on the parapet
until you get punched in the face.
Until you get punched in the face. Every paladin has a plan until they get hit with life drain by a wraith.
Yeah.
That's also another very
which I mean, there's also the $1 million question: would he have been life drained by the Wraith if he hadn't Leroy Jenkins to the trebuchet? I mean, there is something to be said for.
Well, no, because he wouldn't have been there.
Yeah, he wouldn't have been there exactly. None of us would have been life drained by the Wraith. Yeah, so
this was the first time I played a paladin. I can almost say for certain I had a lot of fun. This thing is a tank, and I specifically built my Oath of Devotion paladin to be a buff, be a defense. Like the reason I hopped next to your character, Josh, is because I had as a reaction protection. So as a reaction, when something attacks you, I could then use my shield to give it disadvantage on any on its attack and any other subsequent attacks until the next turn. I also obviously had my celestial steed that could heal. I had a bunch of healing spells as well that I didn't get a chance to use, but could have. I had aid. I I can't speak enough for how much fun this could be in a campaign. If, like I said, built with the focus in mind and then used to that.
Well, and let's I'm going to make this statement with all of the love in the world for the four of you guys in the room here. Boy, we sure did not do ourselves any favors in that hour of prep time that we had before here. We didn't load the siege weapon. We didn't summon our steeds, which last forever. Like that's like
I gave you time.
Yeah, that's
and
all right, you guys aren't doing anything, so the miss rolled in.
We sure set ourselves up poorly for this adventure.
It all worked out. It's fine.
Yeah, it all worked out in the end. I mean, except for maybe Khalith, but that's because he permanently has like 12 hit points now. So it's
he'll be fine.
I only need 11.
That hit point maximum, does that ever come back, or is that permanent, like lowering your hit points?
Probably at least a restoration, maybe lesser or greater.
Yeah.
I mean, definitely greater restoration can. Let me...
Because that's brutal.
Double check on the stat block here.
Fucking Banshee levels suck.
My goal
doesn't say, so you probably have to get a greater resto.
Well, so that's not fun. I mean, it's fun, but
yeah.
I mean, but my plan was to get in the middle of all of them and then just let my radiant aura attack everybody,
which was super effective.
Just did not account for the Wraith taking me out in 2 turns, and then I had to run away.
Yeah. That Wraith is no joke. For a CR5 creature, something that can go ahead and take out your hit point
4d8 plus 3 is
that's
not
hellacious.
Not to be scoffed at.
Chunky.
Yeah.
That is chunky.
Yeah.
Some chunky damage.
Speaking of builds, Sergio, when you were speaking about building to a point, I think that is very important with Paladins, because there are trap things you can do. You can pick too many spells that have concentration or too many spells that utilize your bonus actions, and you can really get into analysis paralysis very easily, or have too many things that just don't play particularly well together. All are cool, but you can kind of do make that issue. I guess as I'm looking at this, and I have played a number of Paladins in multiple editions, and I have played a few in 2014. This is my first 2024 Paladin. I actually think they're harder to play than previous ones. I don't think that's necessarily a nerf. I just think there are enough changes, and maybe that's because I did play the previous version, but there are enough changes that it really messes with your head as far as what to do. And I think the audience kind of saw a little of that, where I'm like, how does that interact? Does this actually work? Like, even just with what I built, I realized I wasn't utilizing one of the magic weapons right. So right as we were starting, I swapped out the spell that was on my armor. It actually worked very well before the scenario, or as the scenario was going when I changed it to degrees or whatever, because I just didn't, there aren't a lot of great conjuration spells that made sense on armor because I was not expecting to be surrounded necessarily. Like, there's a couple that would be good, but it didn't fit the theme of the character. So there are some things you want to watch out for when building Paladins in 2024, but they're very fun. They can be very damaging, but again, I had a lot of choices. I was lousy for choices with bonus actions. I could have, as a Vengeance Paladin, used Hunter's Mark. Great, but and that is that's concentration. So it's like, I do that, then there's other things I can't do. I specifically chose smite spells that were not concentration because I knew about Hunter's Mark. But then as I went to use my Channel Divinity, that takes a full action. And in a scenario where every action was critical, my particular Channel Divinity isn't dealing damage. It's not doing enough of anything to be worth losing an action. Yeah. I mean, quite honestly, Channel Divinity, for what I could have done, or dropping the 37 points by taking 2 actions to drop to use the siege weapon, I clearly made the right choice. Yep. And so there are things like that. Some of it's scenario based, but some of it's build based. None of that to take away the fun, just a lot of things to kind of keep in mind. Unless you're starting at level 1 and learning as you go, not a novice player kind of character to play in my opinion.
Yeah, I'm glad I got a chance to do this tonight since I am playing a even higher level version of this character because there's a lot to keep up with. And but it was absolutely a ton of fun. Great scenario, very thematic. I thought it was really
very
good.
thematic.
So,
it was great.
Thank you.
One quick point of order about the Wraith. Remember that in 2025 rules that a long rest, if your maximum has been reduced for any reason, a long rest brings it back, which sort of sucks.
Well, I guess
like that's
no, because if we had done that right, I would have been
better
dead
than right.
Yeah.
But it is better than needing a greater restoration and not having any
That's
other
fair.
options.
That might be too much. I guess when I say that it sucks, I guess what I mean is that needing a greater restoration might be too much, but getting it back on a long rest might not be enough. I think that there's, but I'm not sure where the middle ground would be there. So, but.
Well, they're making it playable from a game mechanic standpoint, but you gotta manage the flavor based on what you're doing at your table. So, what kind of game are we playing? Session 0. Everybody take a drink. Kind of questions to consider with that. Thanks so much. This was a blast.
Yeah,
I have never been in a game that you've run or a session that you've run or a scenario you've run that I have not just really had the wheels turning. Okay, what do I have to do next to get through this? And I absolutely am here for it every friggin' time.
Yeah, what was great about this scenario, Mike, is that there were certain points where it was like I'm not actually sure which target I should be focusing on because I couldn't get to the Wraith. Poor, Mike was getting beat up on over there, and I knew that the zombie was coming, so the zombie ogre was coming. So I'm like, I can't fly down and help him because if. Otherwise we're divided in half and that's not going to be good for anybody. So the way you spread this out, and especially where you had the bit where like the zombies and the not the carrion crawlers, but the demonic hands. There we go. We're flying at us and all of a sudden at us, it's like, oh, okay, no, we got to focus on this stuff. Cause if they just kind of run wild, so yeah.
So the strategy was either everyone needed to follow me or no one needed to follow me.
Right.
And you made the right choice.
It definitely was not going to follow you.
Well, truly, my goal was actually to use a catapult and come back. But I didn't last long enough for that.
Yeah.
I got that. I was picking up on that idea.
It would have been glorious, Michael. It would have been glorious.
Would have been great. It still was great. Still was great. It just,
might
have been greater. But so I'm up next time, right?
Oh,
Bards?
that's what exactly. Let's see here. I am
Bards.
Is it Bards? All right.
Bards.
So I believe it's Bards.
Bards with Mr. Ross. That'll be a good time. Who's let's see, trying to get to the draft here, the draft spreadsheet to remember what we all selected here.
Mike is the
Lewanika was Valor, Sergio was Lore, Josh was Dance, and that means Mike is taking Glamour.
Yep.
Nice. I am so looking forward to playing School of Dance. That'll be fantastic.
So I do want you to send me, like, as you're building your characters on Discord, give me some little bit of your details and also tell me what world you're from. So Faerun, Greyhawk, Eberron, you can be anyone you want, but I just need to know which one you're on.
Okay. All right, man. Sounds fantastic. Awesome. Cool. So we'll see you all next month when we break out our bards. Until then, everybody, have a fantastic week. And good night, everybody.
Bye.